just some examples here that kind of have some more steps involved with them and some fractions sort of stuff. So this right here, we're going to try to solve for the value of w right here. So it looks like we're going to have to undo the multiplying by 1/2 and then also the addition of the -4. So let's start off by, I guess, adding 4 to both sides of this. So when you add, you don't have to change the direction of the inequality, so it's still going to be a less than. And then that means that on the right-hand side, you're going to get just the 1/2 w. On the left-hand side, we're going to have to figure out a way to be able to get the 4 to add with the -3/4. So this is the same as 4 minus 3/4. So to kind of clean up that left-hand side there, we're going to probably want to turn that 4 into a fraction. So we know that 4 is the same as 4/1, but then to be able to subtract these fractions, we need a common denominator. So we're going to want to probably take this fraction right here and multiply it by 1, which is 4/4, but that gives us this common denominator then of 4. So we're going to get 16/4 and then minus 3/4 on that left-hand side, which is less than the 1/2 w. All right, so we can go ahead and subtract on the left-hand side there. That's going to give us 13/4 is less than 1/2 w. And then the last step we need to do is to undo the 1/2, which we can do if we multiply by the reciprocal, which is to multiply by 2, because 2 times 1/2 will give you 1w. So we got to multiply this side by 2, which is the same thing as multiplying by 2/1. So you get 2 times 13 is 26, 1 times 4 is 4, is less than 1w. You can reduce the fraction 26/4, it reduces to 13/2. So you can write it like that. Like I alluded to earlier, some people like to have the variable on the left-hand side, so you could say that w would be greater than 13/2. So in that particular problem, we didn't have to flip the inequality symbol for the purpose of multiplying or dividing by a negative, because when we did multiply, we multiplied by a positive. We did flip the inequality symbol just to switch the order of the comparison of w in 3/2, but not for the reason of multiplying or dividing both sides by a negative. I'm going to skip the graphing of that, since we've done enough of that. You get the idea of what's going on there. So for this one right here, you're going to want to solve for c, so I guess you'll have to subtract the 1/6 from both sides. Now that's going to give you negative c alone. Note that subtracting does not change the direction of that inequality symbol, so it's still less than or equal to. We're going to have to take -3/8 and subtract 1/6. So we're going to need a common denominator, so something that both 6 and 8 multiply into, which would be like 24. So you can take 8 and you can multiply it by 3 to become 24. So we're going to multiply that fraction by 3/3. 6 can multiply by 4 to become 24. So we can multiply this fraction by 4/4. So you're going to get -9/24 minus 4/24 on that side. And then -9 minus 4 is -13. Great. And then to get rid of the negative, or to undo the multiplying by -1, you can either, I don't know, multiply this side by -1 or divide by -1. Either way, it works just fine. So, I don't know, if we divide by -1, divide by -1, then you're going to get a negative divided by a negative right there, which is positive. It's just 1, so it's just 13/24. Now, because we are dividing by a negative, then this inequality symbol is going to have to change direction now. It's going to become greater than or equal to a positive c. So that also means, of course, that if we change the direction of the comparison between c and 13/24, then c equivalently is less than or equal to 13/24. So either way you want to write it is a-okay. And the last one here, just kind of multiple steps going on. So on the left-hand side, you see there's some distribution, which we probably can take care of there. So 6 times 5n is 30n, and 6 times -1 is -6. On the right-hand side, you've got some like terms there. A positive 8n and a positive 28n will combine to become 36n, and then -6. And then let's try to get our n's on the same side now. So we can either subtract 30n or we can subtract 36n from both sides. Doesn't really matter. So if we, how about subtract 30n from both sides, then we're going to get -6 is greater than 6n minus 6. And then now that we've got the n isolated on the right-hand side, we can go ahead and cancel out the subtraction of 6 there by adding 6 and do the same thing to the other side. So actually you get -6 plus 6 is 0 there. And then, of course, that turned to 0, so you have just 6n on that side. So at this point, then, we want to get at the n alone, which you'll have to get rid of the 6. You're dividing by a positive, so you don't have to change the direction of the inequality there. 0 divided by 6 is 0, and then 6 divided by 6 is 1, so you get 1n. So that means that 0 is greater than n. So there's your answer, or you could also say that n has to be less than 0, right? So basically any negative number is going to be a solution for n for that particular inequality.